Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hi everybody, welcome back. 2 weeks is a long time. How are you doing? I missed you guys. Welcome back. Come on in. We are starting late, obviously, because you knew what you were coming for, right? You knew what this was about. Good morning, though. Hello. Uh-oh, one of my seed packets fell over. What is this seeds for? I don't even know. Oh, that's mixed zinnias. Okay. Remember that for later. Good morning. Welcome back. It is lovely to see you all. I've been gone a little while. Sorry, I'm not even like, what am I supposed to do? There's so much stuff all around me because so much has been going on for us. Let's make sure the volume is nice and high. Hello, good morning. Wow, you are looking fab, girl. Thanks, Candace. I wore this to my bridal shower. I just figured that way I could show you guys what I wore. Also, this dress was not really made for sitting, so please be advised. Oh my gosh, a tray of leftover sweets. How cruel. Yes, I figured I would show off the beautiful things my mom made for the bridal shower. My bridal shower was on Saturday, and it was very cool. I wasn't anxious. I mean, like, obviously after the fact I was, but like during the bridal shower, I had a great time. I wasn't feeling anxious. I had all of my friends there. I mean, I have 3 friends IRL in my age range. Like, I have 3 people that I could call to go for a hike, you know what I mean? And they were all there, and they really showed how much they know me. I feel so goofy when I was saying this to my dad. I was telling him later, like, my friends really know me. But it sounds goofy, but, like, let me show you what one of my friends got me. And you'll be like, oh, she, like, really knows you, obviously. She got me these beautiful crystals, and this one that is a double pointed crystal. I'm not gonna lie to you though right now, I'm so anxious. I feel short of breath because I haven't talked to you guys in like 2 weeks. Whew, so I'm feeling a little bit, my anxiety's up. So if I'm like anxiously moving around, picking at my nails, or if I just keep mentioning how anxious I am, please just bear with me. I haven't talked to you guys in 2 weeks, and I haven't been on camera in 2 weeks, and I haven't YouTube has been secondary, and I can't even really explain to you why. This dress, again, not made for sitting. I need a pin. I really wanted to wear it because I wore this to my bridal shower. It looked really good in all of the photos for my bridal shower, I will say. Alex picked it out, but obviously Alex picked it out. Look at how my boobs are like falling out of it. Let me just grab a pin. Try this again. See, when I'm standing, it's fine. I just stabbed myself. Let's try that. Well, that's about as good as it's gonna get right now. Can you see all this stuff around me? Like the sunflowers, the food, the flowers, the huge leaves. I picked them for you this morning. Let me say hi to everybody, by the way. It's a really lovely dress, super sophisticated. Except when I sit, because I have bad posture, and then I almost, you know. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Good morning. Oh, hi, Barb. Hi, Candace. Hi, Mary Grace. Hi, Sid. Good morning. Hello, Frida. Good morning. I'm in a car in Gothenburg City on an epic fall fail trip to find a recorder. I was going to be like, it's not fall yet. It's okay, Laura. I think we're happy to hear from you. Hi, Mary Grace. I'm glad to have you. Look at those lovely eggs. Do you like the container that they're in that my sweet Alex built for me? He built me this 4-tiered egg shelf so that I could see all of the eggs that we have. My hair is getting long. It all goes in a ponytail now. It officially can all go back in a ponytail, like the whole thing, which is new. I don't want to stare at my boobs the whole time. I want to just talk with you guys. So I'm going to put a sweater on so that I don't have to worry about my nipples trying to escape from this dress. Because. Oh, yeah. Do you like my new sweater, by the way? I got it at the thrift store for $4. It's knitted by hand by somebody's grandmother, probably. That was why I bought it. It was in the Christmas section, and I was like, no, thank you. This needs to be mine. It's handmade. I love finding handmade things that are my size. Super cute sweater. Thank you. Right? How did it grow that much in just 2 weeks? I don't know. It just keeps, I think that when you're at this weird length, it's like any tiny amount of growth equals a huge amount of growth. Also, something recently that I've noticed, the hairs that are coming out just here and here are like half a shade lighter. Like, look. They're like a teeny bit lighter. It's probably my face wash bleaching it, me touching it, grease or whatever, but like it makes it look like I have one highlight, which I'm fine. Hello, Laura, new subscriber. So lucky to find you live. Love all your designs. Well, welcome. Sorry that you're coming on like a hella anxious morning. I haven't been here in 2 weeks, so I have been out and about. Oh, is it the first grays? I don't think so, because they're kind of like a, maybe they will be where my first grays show up, Frida, but they're kind of like an orangey color. Do you see? Like against my brown hair, it's kind of like orangish blonde. I'm pretty sure it's just because of either the sun, me touching it, or like my face wash, you know what I mean? Like if I have face wash with an acid in it, that could lighten it. Because like if you put lemon juice in your hair, it bleaches it, and lemon juice is citric and ascorbic acid, and citric acid is in a lot of face wash, so it wouldn't surprise me. My highlights turn more blonde in the summer because of the sun. Well, there you go. They're called wisdom highlights. Oh gosh, or stress highlights, let's be honest. It's been a lot lately. Alex and I have gone through I can't explain it because it's not our privacy to like expose, but we've been through a lot in the last 2 weeks, and we are on the tail end of the crisis that happened, but we are exhausted, basically. It's just we're very exhausted, and it's not over yet, so it's like being exhausted, like, oh, it's so close, it's almost done, but at the same time we're planning our wedding, and our wedding is so close and it's almost done. So I'm just hoping that the anxiety, the stress and the pressure don't break us. Hopefully. I needed to take 2 weeks off work, so it came pretty close to breaking us. Not breaking us up, breaking us like just our souls. Obviously, nothing's gonna break Alex and I up. But I mean, in general, it was a rough couple of weeks. Wouldn't you say, Alex? Yeah, I would give it definitely like a C-. I would not prefer to do that again. But some things are out of our control, and you just have to hold on really tight to each other and just keep walking forward. And that's what Alex and I have been doing, just holding on really tight to each other and walking forward. And so far, okay, would really love your really good vibes. Good vibes would be super if they work. Also, my friend who gave me these lovely crystals at my bridal shower, they all come with a little meaning. I'm not like an astronomy crystal hokey pokey kind of person. I'm not trying to be offensive. If you are, hokey pokey probably was offensive. Anyway, my point is, I don't believe that this is going to cure any of my problems, but when I was reading the cards for what each crystal was made for, I was like, oh, my friend really knows what I'm going through right now and really wants to be there. And this is a really nice way for me to be able to feel it, because they're round. so I can hold them in my pocket. And she was like, I thought you could use them as pocket stones. And I was like, I love you and you know me and you know my heart. Yes, that is exactly what I want. Thank you very much. And they're like for healing and for clearing. And one of them's called titanium something. And this one's blue and I like that. And I like rose quartz. That one's for love. And then I got a citrine, which just feels really nice in your hand because it kind of feels like a tooth. It feels like you're holding a very big tooth, which I think is great. Hey, Alex, can you take the dead possum out of our car? Like, now? It's already out. Oh, perfect. Never mind. Alex found me a dead possum yesterday and had it in the car, and I just wanted to make sure that he remembered to take it out of the car. A baby possum he found on the road. When I say baby, I mean a teenage possum, not a baby possum. But he came home and said, I found you something that I think you might like. And I was like, what is it? And he was like, a baby possum. And I was like, thinking he meant an alive baby possum. He didn't say it was a dead one. It didn't change my level of excitement, I'm going to be honest with you, but it changed my reaction, because the first reaction was I was in bed. He came to bring me coffee in the morning. He went out and got coffee and then was like, I got a baby possum for you. And I was like, I jumped out of bed. I'm like, gimme. And then it was a dead baby possum. So it's a teenage possum. It's about the size of Thunder. It's pretty big for a baby. I thought he meant like a baby, and I thought he meant a baby animal, so I was very excited. Anyway, we're gonna bury it, and then I'll dig up the bones in a year and have a possum skull, which is one of my things that I am interested in figuring out how to do more efficiently. I don't want to have the Dermisted beetles right now, because I feel like once you start taking animals in as a part of your hobby, like as soon as I bring the beetles in, I'm like really into taxidermy. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if I just like occasionally bury a dead animal, I'm just a bit weird. If I buy those beetles, like I'm in. If you have to have a separate space for like a tote full of bugs that you need to feed dead things, then I'm going to start being surrounded by dead things. And I haven't completely committed to making that one of my hobbies, because I don't love handling dead things. I love handling finished dead things. Like maybe I just like to buy them that way, rather than process them myself. That being said, I think that's only because I really don't like the smell of dead animal. If you don't know what the smell of dead animal is, it's pretty specific, and it's like, you know how hot garbage juice in the summer smells? It's not like that, but the way that your mind can smell that or vomit and be like, I know those things smell very, like, you can be walking around in a mall, and if you catch a whiff of vomit, you know what you're smelling. You're not like, what am I smelling? There's like, it's a specific smell like that, like skunks, vomit, dead animal. What was the other one I just said? Anyway, you know what I mean. There's smells that when you smell them, you're like, oh, that's unpleasant, but I know exactly what it is. Oh, hot summer garbage. Welcome to the Last Minute Laura stream, where my anxiety-fueled rants build a community with you guys somehow. Somehow we all just expose all of our sensitivities. Welcome. I like dead things. Please don't leave. If you leave, that's fine. I don't know why I said please don't leave. I meant there's more to come. Also, all I can smell is lavender around me, because there is a bar of lavender soap from my friend. Oh, my other friend. Okay, so I had 3 friends come who are like my people. Other than that, it was family. And the 3 people who came, like the family, they obviously beautiful, very generous, lovely, love my family, got me beautiful gifts, and were like wonderful. My friends showed how much they knew me, rather than being like, here is a, for example, my mom got me a bunch of kitchen things that I had on my bridal shower registry. I had like 12 people at my bridal shower. I made a registry way before that, because my little sister told me to make a bridal shower registry. I did, and then when I talked to my friends about it, they were like, I don't know, I'm not into it. And I was like, then never mind at all. And then my 3 friends got me gifts that fully reflect how they see me, and I was so much happier than if they had got me a rolling pin. That being said, really wanted a rolling pin. My mom got me a rolling pin. Thank you, Mom. Thunder is protecting. Yes, Alex went outside for a second. Very scary. Purification is very specific. A putrefaction is very specific, but I know what it is somehow. It's just like, oh my god, what stinks? Lol. Yeah, you're like, oh my god, what stinks? Never mind. I know it. it's a dead animal. I just say it's dead animal smell. Like if I smell it and anyone, like people come here, my sister has come here to visit and smelled dead animal smell and didn't know what it was. What is that? Where is it? I don't know where it is. A coyote probably left a rabbit somewhere, but that's a dead animal. It'll be gone tomorrow because some other animal will remove it, but for real. We started August after watching Laura, so beautiful with her dress. I think it's the best way to start a week, getting a nice outfit to feel pretty to change the boring vibes of Mondays. Oh, well, welcome to August. I hope that your August and my August is a lot more just deep breaths and chill. Everyone, please send prayers my way. My father is home from hospital on hospice. I'm sorry, Barb. I'm sorry that he's on hospice, but I'm glad he's out of the hospital and in hospice as a, you know what I mean? Not glad. Hospice is a better situation for end of life care than hospital is. I guess hospice isn't necessarily end of life care. Wow, Laura, put your foot in your mouth. Barb, I'm sorry for what you're going through, and I don't know how to support you, but I'm sending you good vibes. Can we see the skirt of your dress with that sweater? Absolutely. I have no idea why I can't remember that stink is dead thing. Oh, every time I smell it, I'm like, something died. I've smelled it in our house before when we first moved here. Found it. It was a dead mouse. I literally know the smell so well, and I can find it. Like, I can sneak it out. Hospice is not necessarily end-of-life care, Sid. Hospice is... It's not necessarily. Yes, it is, but it's not always. Like, you can go into hospice and then come out of hospice. It's for... I think it's... What is it called? It's like... It's for maintenance care, not corrective care. You can come out of hospice, is my point. But let me show you my sweater and skirt. Also, look at these. Do you see these? I grew them. I grew a lot of zucchini or yellow squash. Okay. Whew. You guys might need to help keep me on track today because right now I woke up fine and my anxiety right now, like my heart feels like it's up in my throat. You know, like when like you're late for a test that you didn't study for? That's me right now, except you guys are the test and I didn't have to study. So I don't know why my body is making me think that we are in danger, but it is. It is officially a Lunasa stream. What's that? Okay, you have squashes. Don't look now, but there is a decapitated body behind you. I know, I heard about that. Thank you, Candace. Her name is Mabel, and Mabel has been with me since grade 10 of high school, which is, where am I at now? I'm 29, and that would have put me at like 15, so like a while ago. Let me just do what Sid said. You're right, Sid. Do this last one with me, guys. Let's do it in and out. In. Hold for a sec. And then out. Much better. Well, yes, quite a lot of squash we have here. Hi, Melanie. Missed you all so much. Me too. I missed you guys a lot. I'm like... multiple times I was like, maybe I'll just stream, but there's been a lot going on our end. Just like, there's been too much to also stream. Like, even Alex hasn't been working for the last 2 weeks. We both took 2 weeks off to just like weather a storm, but it appears it has been weathered. Fingers crossed. The wedding is still on schedule. Everybody's been paid. Do you want to see my wedding favors? I've actually already made them. Where did I put them though? Oh, wedding favors, where are you? One moment, I'll be right back. I just have to go grab them. Whoa, woke up today, feeling the way I always do. Hungry for something that I can't eat. When I hear that beat, the rhythm of town starts calling me down. It's like a message from high above. Calling me down to the smiles and the streets that I love. Good morning, Baltimore. YouTube, if you demonetize me, I'll be so ticked. Okay, I'm back. Is that your dress bodice? It is indeed. And I'll show it to you up close in a little bit. I just haven't taken it out yet. Whew. Hey there, Kat, by the way. Hey there, Amaris. Good morning. Selling my old sweater on Mercari because they're always too big on me now. Don't sell it. You never know what'll happen. I thought I was going to be hecka skinny for the wedding. Like, I thought I was going to be like at my sister's wedding. I have like 30 additional pounds from that time. So hold on to your sweaters. If they're too big, they might fit again. So here is what our wedding favors look like. They say, thank you for celebrating with us. And they are seed packets with a little seed packet doodad thing. And they are seeds that I've been saving from our garden. So, sorry. If I take weird gaspy breaths, it's because my heart is telling me that I'm dying. And I know I'm not. I'm aware that I'm not. I'm not panicked in my brain. It's just, the panic is just in my body right now, just so you know. Anyway, dark green envelopes, dark brown ribbon to tie it, and a little pink and colorful card that says, thank you for celebrating with us. I lost 200 pounds. They're not going to fit anymore. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, they're perfect. I'm good. Oh my God, I know that life so well. You're not dying. Please stop thinking you're dying. I'd really appreciate if we could both recognize that I'm not dying. Thanks, brain. Or heart, or hormones. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, obviously. Anyway, the favors are going to be these seed packets that are seeds. You are friends. You are with friends. Laura's body. Laura's body. We're safe. We're at home. Look. Everything's okay. Look. You have crystals. Everything's good. Look at your beautiful eggs from the beautiful chickens. I'm sharing all of the beauty of our life with our friends. It's all gonna be good. Would Thunder Snuggles help? Definitely not. Just kidding. They definitely help, but I'm not bothering him. We've been hanging out all morning in the grass, so he's napping. Did we take our morning meds? We did indeed. I did, because I took a shower, and the meds are in the shower. Well, they're not in the shower. They're in the bathroom, so I was in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying. First Harvest Festival. I saw that online. I saw that on French's Instagram, if you follow French. I'm double saying the F because it's spelled with two F's. Anyway, she's like this beautiful witch that I follow, and she's got like dark gray hair. She's like a beautiful witch, honestly. Like, that's what I see. When I see her, I'm like, wow, you're a beautiful witch. Anyway, she said something about that, how it's halfway between equinox and Samhain. And I was like, no, it's equinox and Samhain, right? Between, what's midsummer called? Is that equinox? I thought equinox was winter. She used the word Samhain, so then I'm adding the word equinox. Anyway, halfway between winter and summer is right now, which I don't love because that means we're halfway to the winter, which that's fine, but it's fine. Anyway, I'm sorry you're going through the body anxiety things. Thanks, B. But it's comforting to hear someone else has that too. I thought I was the only one that had non-brain panic. Oh no! There's 3 different kinds of panic. There's my body's in panic and my brain doesn't know why. There's my brain is in panic and my body is... Well, usually if my brain is in panic, my body's in panic too. No, that's not true. I can be like in bed worrying about what I said. Actually, that's what happened with the bridal shower. I had a great time, and within 4 hours of the bridal shower ending, I was like texting people nervously because I was like, I did everything wrong. Everything went wrong. And then I thought about it again. I was like, I had a really nice time though. First day of fall today. No. I would like to call BS on that. It is not fall today. It is August 1st. We still have a full month of summer. Sid, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life right now. I'm literally just joking, obviously, but for me, it is not fall yet. Fall and spring agree equinoxes. Summer and winter are solstices. Fall and spring are equinoxes. Thank you. Pagan dates mark equinox and solstice as mid-season. Very good. I observed the solar date on the 6th. Mabon is the equinox. Samhain is the Halloween one, which is the first day of winter. Thanks for writing it Samhain. Because I would have read Samhain if you had written Samhain. Mary Grace, that's all right. I probably would have read it wrong anyway. So, like I said, bridal shower went off without a hitch. If you want to look at our wedding registry or bridal registry, there isn't a link in the description, but we're on Bath and Body Works, so if you want to check that out, you can. Candace let me know that our wedding date is listed there, so oops. Thank you for letting me know, Candace. I decided that probably none of you guys are going to show up randomly as a huge group of people, because I live in, like, rural Ontario, like, for you to drop in. You know what I mean? Like, how people, for, like, Brett Man Rock, who, for those of you that don't know, is, like, one of the famous YouTube folks, and he had people crash his father's funeral, and it was, like, a lot of people came and, like, asked for photos and stuff at his funeral, at his dad's funeral. So, like, I'm nowhere near that level of, that's not something I'm worried about. Candace is, like, the only one I know that lives close. I guess Kim lives within 6 hours of here. Like, there's not very many of you guys who I'm really worried about, like, showing up en masse at our place. But, just so you know, my phone just vibrated. You know when you have hella anxiety and you have to make sure that you're not in trouble? That's me right now. Okay, good. Sorry, my sisters have given me permission to post a photo. You know when everybody looks good, but you want to make sure that nobody will get offended because they think they don't look good? I double checked because I want to post something on Instagram from the bridal shower. Well, Candace, you already knew the date, so it's different. You're different. You're on a different sort of level. But just explaining how the different calendar works, that's all. And I appreciate it. I'm not offended, so thank you. Samhain is a Scottish spelling. I also like that it's actually phonetic. I really do appreciate phonetic. That's sweet of you. Well, I made a faux pas fairly recently, so I'm being more careful now. But anyway, yeah, okay, here's what happened. Way back when it was time to start planning a bridal shower and a wedding and whatnot, my older sister and my younger sister talked to me and said, do you want a bridal shower? And I was like, I feel uncomfortable with all of it. And my little sister said, it's uncomfortable, but it's worth it. You should do it. And she's had one because she's married. And I was like, okay. And then my two sisters planned this beautiful shower. I keep wanting to say baby shower, but it was bridal shower. This beautiful bridal shower. We had games. There was beautiful decorations. My mom made so much beautiful food. And when I say beautiful food, I mean like finger sandwiches and rolled asparagus with no crust on any of the breads, and cucumber sandwiches and egg salad and tuna and what was one of them? Hummus and carrot. It has like carrots and raisins as a weird mixture of like shredded carrots and raisins and sugar or something, and then hummus on bread. If you look at it, you won't want to eat it. If you are described it, you won't want to eat it, and then you taste it and you're like, this is amazing. It's an amazing finger sandwich. So they made me a beautiful shower. But before that, my little sister said, some of the people who are coming would prefer a registry. Go make a registry on Bath and Body Works. That's the most common place for people to go for a registry. Register whatever you think you might need. And I was like, Alex and I have been together for 10 years. We don't really need very much at all. If we need anything, it's like a rolling pin, because I just didn't buy one in the most recent past. So it's that kind of stuff. So she said, go ahead and make it. And then I had a talk with my friends, and they were kind of like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because when you have a registry, you like put all the things you could ever want on it. But I'm having like 12 people at my bridal shower. Like, it's not a big party. I'm not a big party person. And then, so I was like, that makes sense to me. And I don't want the party to be like me asking for specific things. That felt weird for me. Oh, sorry, Bed Bath & Beyond. Have I been saying Bath & Body Works? See how they literally, I don't shop at either of those places regularly. Bed Bath & Beyond. I did it at Bed Bath & Beyond. So anyway, I made this whole list, exactly, Sid, with floofy towels and with a mandolin vegetable peeler and like things that I'm like wouldn't buy for myself, but that I would love to have, right? Because that's what my little sister advised to me to do. And then I Googled it, and that's what it advised me to do. And I followed what Bed Bath & Beyond's wedding registry thing said. So, like, awkward. But anyway, I in my head, I canceled it. Like, the Bed Bath & Beyond thing. I canceled thinking about the shower that way. So I didn't tell anyone that there was a registry because it didn't matter anymore, but I didn't delete it because I didn't think about that because I have other things going on. So in my head, I was like, I thought of it like it's my cart in Amazon. If I don't buy the thing, it doesn't matter. That's not how it works. It's just a public list. So the older adult women in my life purchased from the registry, which made me feel mortified because I was having I was being trigger happy with the with what I wanted. Like I was just being like, that's fun. Look at that. A mortar and pestle. Ooh, like all these fun things that I thought would be lovely to have. But I didn't think through them all, and I thought I had canceled it. So I felt embarrassed when I was opening things that were on that list because I felt like they would have seen this whole list of like me being gimme, 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 which I was told is not the case, but still felt that way while it was happening. But yeah, some of the adult women in my life did go on there and get me some of the beautiful things. Like my mom got me some crazy beautiful stuff. She got me a Black & Decker, is this obvious what I'm doing? Because I'm holding a handle and it's one of those things for mixing eggs and stuff. And some bakeware and the mandolin. I got the mandolin that I put on the list. That later I was like, why do I need a mandolin, Laura? When am I going to use a mandolin? Is that going to be something I use regularly? A mandolin for waffle slicing fries? For noodling zucchini? Maybe. So, it's a large appliance that I thought it was like, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. That's kind of what happened. An egg beater. It was an egg beater. Is an egg beater. Anyway, and then for making pickles, scalloped potatoes. Yeah, Candace, but really, other than like 5 things, I'm not gonna it's not gonna live out on the shelf. You know what I mean? And it's not gonna come out every day. So it's essentially like a blender, or a juicer. It's great to have when you want it. When you don't want it, you're like, this takes up a lot of space. So I'm gonna make a really big effort to process a lot of my vegetables this year with it because I have so many jalapeno peppers, serrano peppers, summer squash, and I want to preserve it in the freezer. Like I want to blanch it and then put it in freezer bags, put it in the freezers. There are bridezillas who are actually gimme. The bad that you feel bad, people are getting you fun things as gift, period. Makes you like the total opposite of greedy, don't worry. I mean, yeah, that's me. I'm just so humble. No, but for real, thank you for saying that, but also it doesn't make me feel like I'm not grabby. But anyway, slicing a lot of onions for French onion soup. I mean, when I eventually make food like that in the winter, perhaps that will make sense. I think I'll try for pickles, though. We have cucumbers coming on our plants now. We've now pulled out all of our green zucchini and all of our summer squash plants because we had a squash vine borer insect that was getting some of the plants, and I was just like, this is stupid. I have a month left to the wedding, so I could plant some more zinnia seeds and then get flowers here instead of dying plants. So I yanked them all out. Chickens got them. And then I planted more cosmos, calendulas, zinnias, snapdragons. I planted amaranth and larkspur, and I think that's it. Some basil again as well. So hopefully they'll fill in. A mandolin is like a cheese grater. If you use it twice a year to make yummy things faster to make, it's 100% worth it to have. Thank you, Sid. Thank you. Be right back. Need more coffee. Anyway, after I'm like, so I'm not super gimme. Anyway, my registry is at Bed Bath & Beyond. If you want to check out all of the weird things that my family had to see that made it look like I want. Like, want. At least, I don't know. If I saw a bridal registry, I don't know that I would be like, I feel like I'm a judgy person, so I would be like, really? She's asking someone to get $100 blender for her? Like, my brain automatically goes to the worst place of what people will think. So if you do look at that bridal registry, it's called Laura and Alex's wedding registry. If you do look at that, please don't judge the fact that there are random things on it, because it was like 2:30 in the morning and I was clicking everything that made me smile. So I wanted to say link in description, but it's not. But I found out it still exists, so there's that. Also, it's your wedding. You deserve a little grabbiness. Well, see, during the bridal shower, I decided to not get stressed. I don't know how that worked. It never works otherwise. But I was like, none of this party is my fault. I didn't plan this party. Technically, I did not ask for this party. And the only people who are here are people who love me. So chill, Laura, chill. And it worked during the party. It's just stressful having family in town and hanging out with a lot of family and a lot of people and like that. When I go to look at a registry, I expect to pay around $100. Okay, well, I don't have any people who have had weddings yet since I've been an adult. My little sister's wedding, I didn't have to deal with a registry because I was like in wedding planning with her, like obviously not well, but like I was a supporting role. And then for my sister-in-law, same kind of thing. I was like a groom's bridesmaid. Like we were wearing dresses for bridesmaids, but they were black instead of blue, and we stood with my brother instead of with the bride, but it was sort of like bridesmaids. Anyway, I haven't been to a wedding as an adult where I've had to go buy a present that like from a registry, so I don't know. But wow, Bed Bath & Beyond is pricey. Have you guys ever shopped at Bed Bath & Beyond? It's like $35 for a towel. It's like $6 at IKEA. I know it's not the same thing, but both of them are going to dry me off, you know? I've had to go to 3 times in the last month. Ew, I'm sorry, Kat. That sucks. I got invited to a wedding, though. Alex and I got invited to one of my friends' weddings, which was very exciting. Candace, nope, never. Nope, never. About what? Sorry. I love Bed Bath & Beyond, but definitely never buy from there. Just look around. Right? I go in there for inspiration, Rue. I like have walked around Bed Bath & Beyond, just like the Container Store. Do you ever go into the Container Store and you're like, I can buy most of these things at the dollar store and just reconfigure them slightly and they will be all these things. I love the Container Store and I love Bed Bath & Beyond for reminding me of different ways to adult. Not to purchase. Some of the machines that they have in there, I'm like, that's such a specific machine. Who really needs it? Like, this is a steamer for a very specific kind of steam. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not an adult in the corporate world, so maybe some of the appliances are for people who have like real jobs out in the world. But for me, like, yes, a steamer is useful, fine. But like, there are specific steamers that are for specific, like a shoe steamer. This steams your shoe to make it have no parasites in it. And I'm like, okay, maybe if you were like working in like animal control and you were somebody who dealt with getting rid of pests, or if you work in like a really contagious area of a hospital, maybe that makes sense to have like a shoe steamer that sanitizes your shoes. But like, you need to keep that machine now, you know? Oh my, how we think a lot alike. The way you think of gifts and whatnot, it feels so selfish. And nope, never been or will go to that store. Candace, you should go just to like enjoy and sit on the display beds. They have beautiful display beds. I totally get it. I found these adorable skillets, but literally they can only be used for eggs. Right? The tiny ones? And you're like, it's great. Beautiful. Probably really useful for making fried eggs. One at a time. Or the pan that has 5 spots for eggs. Okay, it can make 5 fried eggs at a time. Great. I'll use that the first time novelly, excitedly, and then And then that's it. But anyway, there's a lot of appliances like that, but I'm sure there's a lot of items I have that people are like, when do you ever use that? Like, when do I use my antlers? I mean, every day. Look at this beautiful set of antlers, but I mean, like, I don't use it. Also, guys, what you guys have been missing, the tiny ones are so cute, but very unnecessary. They are really cute, though. You know what? That would be a good thrift store thing. Like, if you want a novelty piece of cookware, try and find it at a thrift store. That way, if it's $1, you can find out if you like to use it, and most likely you'll end up re-donating it back to the thrift store. But I mean, like, you can find out if you like it. Good morning, Louisa. Nice to see you this morning. Okay, so let me keep talking about other things now. My bridal shower was great. That's that. I had a great bridal shower. And Alex got his suit for the wedding, which is awesome. I might go thrifting for an air fryer. Oh God, Rue, the air fryer. The 2020, I wonder how many of them were sold in 2020. Honestly, there should be many of them at the thrift store by now, I would imagine. I have no clue how to use one, but they seem cool. Our thrift store has so many brand new, like in package taped up appliances, because all of the novelty kind, like the novelty things, the things where you're like, that takes up a lot of counter space, and unless you use it all, like a pasta roller, probably use that once a year, or a tomato sauce maker. If you make tomato sauce, it's a good investment, even if you're only using it once a year, but still, it's a large machine. My chickens are going a little bit crazy out there. We have 30 chickens right now, by the way. For those of you that wanted to know our current final count is 30. I believe we have 6 roosters that we are looking for new homes for. Turned out the person who wanted the rooster a couple of weeks ago ended up being like, actually, can I get 2 roosters? And will you do it for a discount? And it turned out they wanted them for food. So I was like, no, sorry. And then they sent me a belligerent text of like, you're probably just someone who has no idea about the economics of chickens, and people eat their roosters every year. You think you can find a home for all of your roosters? And I was like, whoa, I didn't say any of that to you. I just said, oh, sorry, I'm trying to sell them as pets. Thank you, though. Have a good day. And they like came at me. Oh, well. I'm sure tons of stuff for baking bread are now in thrift stores. That was a hobby that has died down. I agree. Baking bread's probably in there quite a bit. There's quite a few mandolins in there, which is what made me want one. And in my head, I was like, I'll put it on my registry, and if nobody gets it, I'll buy it at the thrift store. Like, literally how my brain worked. Anyway, we've got a bunch of roosters. You want a rooster? As long as you're not going to eat it, you can have one. I just don't want to give it to people who are going to eat it, because my roosters are very friendly. And they were like, roosters don't even stay friendly. And I was like, I don't know, my rooster's friendly. I actually didn't reply, obviously, because like when someone sends you a very long paragraph of hate, you're like, I mean, like, I thought we ended our conversation, but okay. I also don't know you. And also you're not my customer anymore. I said no. Like, it's over. I don't know. Also, Alex and I had a very big dramatic time trying to get our marriage license. So we don't have it yet because there's like a whole, I don't have the energy for that right now, if I can be honest. I feel like I've been running a marathon. I'm like so anxious. Oh, it's making me tired. Like my eyes are running. I'm fine. My brain is aware that I'm fine and safe and healthy and everything's okay, but my body is not aware. Some people are just mean, I guess. I don't know. It was super weird, though, because they were like, oh, I'm really interested in your handsome rooster. How old is he? Asking questions about him. And then after, like, 2 days, it was like, actually, can I see what else you have available? I showed them pictures, and they said, could we have a few more of this kind? And I was like, oh, do you have a lot of chickens? And they were like, no. And I was like, oh, these are not for sport or for food. These ones are for pets or for flock leaders. And that's when they were like, I could do whatever I want with it if I bought it. And I was just like, oh, then it's not for sale. Sorry. I want to share some news with all of you with hearts behind it, so that must be good news, right? Please let it be good news. Share away. Let's hear it. Would stretching maybe help? I don't know, maybe. Let's try it while Louisa tells us what's up. Oh, God. That did help a little bit. Oh, okay, Louisa, give us that good news. So, while Louisa is typing out what her good news is, why don't the rest of you give me a little update too? Give me a little paragraph, everybody. What's been going on? 2 weeks is a long time. A baby? Oh, congratulations, Louisa. January. Where are we at now? August, September, October, November, December, January. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Oh, that's so nice. I wanted to say, do you know if it's a boy or a girl? Not that it matters. I just like to think of baby things. Congratulations, Louisa. Oh, that's so lovely. A little baby Louisa. Is it your first baby, Louisa? Ah, that's so exciting. Aw. I almost said I want a baby, but that's not the truth. The truth is that I'm very happy that you're having a baby. My reaction is to say that I want that, but I don't know yet that if that's how the truth is for me. But congratulations, that's awesome. And is it your first? And if it's not your first, do you have a boy or a girl already? And if it... Give me the good news is basically what I mean. My baby was born in January, a long, long time ago, Candace. I was born in May. Oh my God, Louisa, it's your first baby? Are you freaking out? Are you so excited? Not that you have to tell us at all this information, and you can stop replying at any point that you feel like you don't want to tell us the information, but is it exciting? Was it a surprise? There's a good way to word it. Was it a surprise? I don't want to say like, did you plan it? I mean like, in a good way. Obviously it's a good thing. Oh, God. Just stop talking, Laura. You know when you start putting your foot in your mouth and you don't know how to take it out? That's what was about to happen there. I'm about to buy my first car. Congratulations, Rue. That's wonderful news. Yeah, what kind of car? We need to buy a car. Like soon. Like very soon. But we'll see. Maybe after the wedding. Also, looking at our finances was pretty exciting because after the wedding, we're probably going to be... like 6 months away from being out of debt. We're just paying down our debt, and I was looking at it and I was like, I mean, we have a lot of stuff to buy for the wedding still, but even after all of that, I'm expecting like six months to 8 months, and I think that we should be pretty much out, which is exciting. Sid, I've started to learn to modify GBA games to make my dream Pokemon game. What? That's so cool. You can mod games? I mean, like, I know, like, hacker people can, but I didn't know that was, like, a thing. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's cool, Sid. I've been working on my hexagon sweater. Love that. Playing a buttload of Pokemon. Great. Good for walking around. And busting out my kimono. Yes, please, so I can live my anime character life. / your madame life, as my sisters say whenever I wear a kimono. Yeah, Rue, everything is so expensive right now. Yes. Yes, it is. That's wonderful. I'm so excited for you both. It's terrible car buying market though, or at least in the States. In Canada too, it's a bad car buying market right now. Yeah, you can edit the ROMs. I don't know computer terms. Is that a motherboard? Yes, modded games are a lot of fun to play. I've seen people mod Minecraft so that there's different textures. Like they do texture packs so that the grass looks like grass, and it's like weird to watch like a very cubical world suddenly have the textures of a real physical world, but it's funny to watch. My mom's cousin is flying in on Wednesday. That's exciting, Mary Grace, and visiting for a week. Haven't seen her in 2 or 3 years. Very excited. That's wonderful. Good time to be living that homesteading life and to save a bit on cash. Yeah, working from home definitely helps. Working not in a city definitely helps, because in a city you eat food from out in the world all the time. Like, it was so easy to just be like, do you want to walk down the street and get a samosa? Like, and we would do that all the time. So yeah, I think we've saved money on food. And we're just not going anywhere because of the pandemic. So that has helped with our debt. We've been able to just keep paying things because we've not been doing anything for a year and a half. But the wedding is obviously expensive. It just ended up being expensive. We have a caterer now, which is great. Laura, are those jars full of marigolds? No, they're full of calendula. Thank you for asking, Mary Grace. I actually put them here so I could show them to you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jars now full of calendula. Dehydrated, and what I'm starting to do now just for fun is I'm going to do a few jars where I separate the orange blossoms from the yellow blossoms, because the calendula grows in like a big patch in my yard of orange and yellow blossoms, and there's like yellow with white and orange with dark orange. Like there's different varieties, but there are generally orange and yellow and then varieties within those. So usually it just looks like this because I pack it all in together. But yesterday, when I finished with the dehydrator, I had organized the shelves in the dehydrator because anxiety, and put all the yellow flowers together. So I decided I'll put them all together in a container, and I think it looks nice having 2 different colors. So I'm going to start doing that with my calendula. I've dehydrated 8 jars of calendula, fully packed full with both colors, and now the rest of the jars for the summer, I'm just going to pack them separate from one another so that I can have multicolored things for tea and for natural dye and for medicine and for soap. Basically, I just want to have as much calendula stored as... I want to have so much calendula stored that next year in the spring, I'm going, what am I supposed to do with all this calendula? I want to have too much calendula. Because there's a lot of uses for it. You could put it in tea. You could put it in food to color food. Like in Indian dishes, they'll add calendula to make the rice orange. Did you know that? I didn't know that when I was looking if it's edible or not. Most of what I want to do, Sid says, is change scripts, though, I think. A lot of the tutorials are for changing the art in the game, like make your own Pokemon and putting them in. That's cool, too. I'm hoping to live a more homesteading life in my future, partly for that reason. Yeah, same. Laura, are those jars marigolds? Oh, I get that already. So I actually made my first mixed tea. I've been dehydrating herbs this last 2 weeks. I've been doing a lot of dehydrating. I have a full Rubbermaid tote of blossoms, dehydrated flowers from the garden, just begonias and zinnias and cosmos and calendula and chamomile and petunias and vinca and verbena and tons of marigolds, lots and lots, coreopsis and daisies and impatiens and geraniums, just all the flowers that are in my backyard. I've been picking them 2 days before I would normally deadhead them, so they're at their fullest bloom. They haven't started to fade from the bloom yet. Still, when they're in full bloom, I pick them in the evening after the bees have had a chance, and they've been blooming a couple days. Don't worry, I'm not like ruining pollinator lives or anything. But anyway, I've been dehydrating them. I have these large screens. Alex and I went to the thrift store and bought like screen doors for $1, and I'm dehydrating my herbs and my flowers on those. I'm using my dehydrator. I have some of them hung up in little bunches around. I don't see any around me right now, but I've been doing a very large amount of dehydrating. I dehydrated hot peppers, which was maybe something I would say don't do that unless your dehydrator is outside, because your inside of your house will kind of be like a mild pepper spray. Like, obviously it's not going to be like someone pepper sprayed you, but it won't be like someone didn't pepper spray you, you know? It's kind of somewhere in the realm of like, it was weird to breathe and it was the air was spicy. So if you're going to dehydrate hot peppers, maybe don't do it in a dehydrator inside, because you might have spicy air. But I did dehydrate peppers, so they are now, I have a jar started for peppers. I have a full jar of tarragon, a full jar of parsley, 4 or 5 full jars of sweet basil that have been dehydrated. And I have lots of mint and lots of chamomile. My plan is to just have all of my jars full and buy more jars and fill all of them. I just want to have all of my things that I grew accessible to me in the winter, because it's going to be really hard having nothing to grow after having this amazing garden. I also filmed a vlog a couple of days ago with Alex, just a garden tour, so I will be uploading that this week so you can see how big it has gotten. It's insane. It's wonderful. It's something. Oh, by the way, don't forget to like the video when you guys come in here. If you could click the like button, I'd really appreciate it. I didn't say bye to Frida, by the way. I saw everybody saying goodbye to Frida, but I didn't say bye to Frida. Bye, Frida. If you come watch this later, I'm sorry. I acknowledged in my head that you were leaving, but I didn't say goodbye. So goodbye. The weather being cooler but still comfortable. My cat wants to snuggle more and I feel honored. He's my baby boy and I love snuggles with him. My little lady has let me hang out with her more. I won't say she wants to snuggle with me. She's still a big mean fat cat to me, but you know, I'll do my best. I love her still. So I actually made my first mix of tea from my homegrown stuff. So my dad's birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and I mixed a calendula, chamomile, mint, basil, thyme, and chicory root. I think that's all I did. I mixed all those things together and I made a special tea, Daddy's birthday blend, and I gave him a tea strainer and the tea. I showed him how to use it, and he did. Like, I told my dad, he said, oh, what's it for? And I was like, it's like a sleepy time tea. It's like a tea that'll help settle your stomach and it'll help you go to sleep. And he was like, are there narcotics in here? And I'm like, no, obviously there's no, I mean, chamomile is something that'll help you relax, but no. So then the following night after his birthday, he texted me, because he also got a new phone. He texted me, thank you so much for the tea. I'm waiting for it to cool down right now. I had it last night and I slept like a rock. Are you sure there's no narcotics in this? And I'll talk to you later. I love you. And I was just like, wait, he had the tea that night and now he's having it a second night and he's letting me know he's having it. So basically I felt like super cool, because I thought he was going to be kind of like, okay, with your hokey pokey witchcraft, Laura. But no, he like accepted it like it was a nice gift, which it was from my heart a nice gift, but I kind of expected it to be like, I don't know, received more jokingly, whereas he received it very genuinely and genuinely appreciated it. Basically, it was exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be able to make gifts out of food things and have people accept them lovingly, and he totally did. So that was a good feeling. And also it was a good tea, so that's good. That's so cute. How's the wedding dress make coming along? Haven't done it in a couple of days, Candace. It's been a few days. I've been taking a bit of a break from it because I've been dealing with the other stuff. But I'm not too far away. I'm probably 65% done. Oh, also, let me show you these sunflowers before I show you the dress. Look at my mammoth sunflowers. I picked these this morning just so I could show you because they're ready to come off. Look at these. Oh, big stretch. Look at those. Aren't they crazy? I don't like touching them a lot because there's always bugs in sunflowers, even if you're like, probably there's not. There is. I promise there is. They smell kind of... If you've ever gone to pick pumpkins, it smells like Halloween. It smells like old leaves and fall and a pumpkin patch and hay. It smells like a hay ride. Are you going to save seeds off them? Obviously! Hello! Although I don't think I need to save seeds off of all of them. My main plan for these sunflowers, like my main plan, is to let them dry out and then I can give them as gifts to the chickens in the winter. They smell squashy. No, they smell more like grass. Like, see, there is 2 bugs. There's bugs all over them. I told you, I know there's bugs. But no, my grand plan are that they will be like entertainment for the chickens. So I want to dry them out on the head so that I can like shove a hook through them in the middle of winter and hang it up somewhere so that they have to jump in order to get a snack. It's very boring to be a chicken in the winter because they don't want to go out in the cold. So you have to give them stuff to do inside the coop. And I want to have lots of those. And I picked 4 heads this morning, but there's probably another 15 or 20 outside to pick of the same size. I'm telling you, in the last 2 weeks, the garden has gone crazy. And like, look at this castor bean leaf. Look at how big it is. It's the size of me. Castor bean. Castor bean umbrella. Yes, I know it's poison. This won't be living in my house. Also, my dog doesn't eat plants. But no, this was just I had to cut areas that were blocking my path because my path has been blocked by my castor bean plant. I had to cut off 3 or 4 leaves today just because it's so big. And yeah, it's bizarre. Also, look at all my foods. This is what we've been getting. Oh, those are just marigolds. They're not just marigolds, they're beautiful flowers, but I mean, those aren't the food I mean. See? Our garden is producing food.
Throwing up food.
Throwing up food. Do you want the cucumber, Alex?
Oh, do I ever? I've been waiting since yesterday.
I wanted to show everyone first. And we even have okra. Not that I know what to do with it, but we have it. It looks so tropical. It is, Louisa. It is tropical. So, castor bean, or as Alex calls it, the ricin plant, is actually used and has been used for a very long time to make poison. To make poison. Obviously, I won't be using it for that. I'm using it for a tropical energy and fun times because the plant, is about 8 feet tall now, and these leaves are the smallest leaves on it. I broke off the bottom leaves so that I could get into my garden, in and out of my garden. These leaves are the smallest ones on the plant because they were at the bottom of the plant. Just acknowledging that there are huger ones. We also have a purple castor bean plant, and this is one of that leaves. And also a bunch of sunflowers. Why is that one wilted already? It must not be touching the water because it's wilted. But anyway, ricin, the poison, is made from this plant. I don't know how, and I'm not going to look up how because I don't care. But it is. That's not true. Now that I said it out loud, I'm probably going to look it up, but I'm not going to use that information. For evil, anyway. Also, do you see this? This is a sweetgrass smudge stick. My friend gave it to me at the bridal shower. It's surrounded in like a rainbow of petals, and it's sweetgrass, local from our town. And I was like, ooh, let's burn it at the wedding. And she said, that would be awesome. And I was like, I love my friends. They know who I am. My friends know me. My other friend got me some art, which is adorable. And you know what she got me art of? Which you're going to be like, wow, that person really knows you. Because she totally does. Look, an Orpington. A buff Orpington, which is the chicken on my wish list. Like a lavender Orpington, buff Orpington, and I have like 4 chickens on my like absolute chicken wish list. This is one of them. And she got me an artwork piece of it. So we're going to hang this up somewhere. We're going to have a room that is chicken. And I don't know what room it is. Oh, maybe the dining room, honey.
Pardon me?
Maybe the dining room, because that's where we keep the feed.
That sounds good.
Don't you think that'd be nice to just have a fully chicken-themed dining room? You know that hanger you put in the bathroom?
Yeah.
That should go at the back door.
Oh, okay.
Because it's got a rooster on it.
Okay.
If you want to send me chicken-themed decor, it'll get hung up 10 feet away from me in my chicken room. Hi, Laura. I feel like I've just arrived at a lovely farm stand. Kind of you have. Kind of that is... I'm a farm stand. Nothing's for sale, but you can look at all of it and you can have it if you come by. You want some calendula? I've got lots of that. Perhaps you need a little bit of dried sweet basil. Tarragon, rosemary, parsley, peppermint. I picked about 30 pounds of people potatoes the other day. I was able to plant more pea pods and green beans. Mary Grace, I planted about 15 green bean plants into the ground. So I started my fall garden. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I started my fall garden seeds in flats, like in trays. And like my nasturtiums, my calendula, my zinnias, my beans. What else did I grow? Some beautiful amaranth. I got, not that any amaranth is better than any other amaranth, but I got some of this Joseph's Technicolor Technicolor Dream Coat. I don't know what the actual title is. It's Joseph's. It's something to do with the Joseph the Amazing Technicolor Dream Coat. The name of that amaranth. And I basically planted a whole bunch of things that I was excited to try, and my green beans shot up so fast. I planted, can I just show you all of my seeds now? Because my seeds are kind of getting, Candace, I'm almost at that point already. But I have a seed container now for all of my seeds, and I planted so many beans. One of the kinds of beans that I was really excited about was called, I think they're called French horticultural beans. Oh no, they're called dwarf horticultural beans. These. They're like pretty. Anyway, I planted a bunch. I also planted some larkspur because I have enough time before the freeze. So I planted all of these seeds. They're all coming up, looking beautiful. And then I planted about 15 of the green bean plants where the peas were planted in our backyard. So if you've been following along, I planted peas. We have a fence, a 4-sided fence around our chicken run. On one side of the fence, I planted green beans. On the front side, I planted flowers, zinnias, calendula, marigolds. And on the other side, I planted peas. The peas didn't do very well. They produced a little bit. We enjoyed them, but they didn't grow and cover the fence, which is what I wanted. So I said, we've got time before the wedding. We've got 3-4 weeks. At the time we had 4 or 5 weeks. I'll put in the green bean plants because they've sprouted. So I planted about 15 of my plants. I planted a total of probably 40 more green bean plants. Put 15 of them in. The following day, some bunny rabbit had eaten them all right down to the ground. So I don't know what to do to protect them right now because they're all dead. Like I don't even know which ones I planted because I planted like 4, 8, 12, 16 of every variety, and I have like 6 kinds. So I don't know which ones I planted because I didn't label anything. Well done, Laura. I know you guys told me label everything, but I didn't. So I don't even know if I planted the bush beans or the vine beans, but I still have a whole bunch left, but I don't want these ones to get eaten. So I don't know what to do because the bunny ate them right down to a stub coming out of the ground. Like they ate the whole thing. So that was a healthy bunny. Happy for him or her, but not for me because I want to keep growing green beans up there. Plus my green beans that are on the other side are producing amazingly and they look so pretty. Scarlet red runner beans are looking amazing. We have one morning glory or 4 o'clock. I honestly don't know which one it is. It has a heart-shaped leaf. We have one of those growing somewhere randomly. I know I put seeds somewhere, but only one plant survived. A mystery poppy survived and came up. A mystery coneflower came up. We have a few flowers that I know are from Candace's seed stash that I just scattered that I assumed were dead, that one of those plants have come up. Like we have one, it looks kind of like a black-eyed Susan, but it's not a black-eyed Susan. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a green-eyed Susan, but it's a one flower, one plant came up. And a pink poppy, like a beautiful pink poppy. And it's just got 4 petals and they look like they're made of crinkled tissue paper. Beautiful. And we have lots of tomatillos coming up randomly. I've never grown tomatillos before, so I don't know where they're coming from. Tons of ground cherries coming up. I still am pulling out the plants left and right. We have amaranth coming up now, like sprouting now, and I don't know how that happened because it was all planted in May. No new seeds have been planted except where I intentionally put new stuff. Like I planted yesterday a whole bunch of carrots. I planted a whole bunch of carrots yesterday, so those will come up. But I mean, seeds that were in the ground since May are starting to sprout now, so I'm kind of excited to see if maybe our fall garden will have some more poppies in it because Candace gave me thousands of seeds, and I planted all of the poppy seeds. Every single one. I scattered them in the garden. I covered them. I did what they were supposed to have. Obviously, I didn't give them enough attention because we only had one of them sprout. But I'm kind of excited to see more things sort of start to sprout because now we've had another amaranth come up. And I didn't think I really would like amaranth, but I put it in a couple of bouquets for the bridal shower. The reason there's no flowers in the background right now is because I picked probably 400 flowers and brought them to the bridal shower in vases so that we would have beautiful fresh flowers at the bridal shower, but I didn't bring my vases home. So this morning Sorry, I thought that was my tea somehow. I mistook. The sunflowers behind me there are what I picked this morning, so you would know that there's flowers in the garden. Hassenpfeffer. Hassenpfeffer is the solution to garden rabbit problems. What's that? Hassenpfeffer. I planted so much nasturtium and marigold, there should be no pests. There should be no pests. The marigold levels in my garden are like borderline obscene. Obviously, there's no such thing as marigold obscenity, but you know what I'm saying. We have a bunch of mystery tomatoes. I have a few mystery tomatoes plants. I think I have like 3 or 4 that are coming up that I didn't rabbit stew. Oh no! Rabbit stew is how you get rid of rabbit problems. Yeah, but our rabbits here are like little bunnies. They're not a meal. They're like little wild bunnies. Rabbit stew. Oh, by the way, our chickens have now killed a frog and a sparrow on the same day about a week ago. Traditional German rabbit stew. Very good. So yeah, I need to protect my green beans. If you have any recommendations for how I can protect my green beans, they are on the outside fence of my chicken run, but they are pretty close to the edge of the cornfield, which means animals can come safely about 5 feet away from it. Everywhere else in the garden, they have to like travel in, but it's about 5 feet from their safe space, so they can come and run back and forth. It's pretty safe for them. I'm thinking maybe covering it with something just to make it obvious that they're not invited until they like root well, because they're not attacking the other side where the green beans are established. We threw some soil from the compost in our garden, so that's why so many mystery plants are popping up. Just started a new bullet journal spread in the general Discord. Oh, cool. New bullet journal spreads. Love that. Yeah, check the Discord for all kinds of things. I'll try and be more in it now. Also, Alex is a little bit more in it now. Tomatoes, mangoes, random potato. A mango? That's pretty cool. We can't have that here. But our random tomatoes, one of the kinds that is coming is some kind of cherry that is obviously indeterminate, which means it will keep growing because it's growing a lot. But it's growing right up against the chicken's fence. So I started weaving it in and out of the fence, and it's behaving like a vine now. It's grabbing onto the fence and leaning on it. It's not grabbing it, but it's growing in, like weaving in and out. So it's holding the fence. And it's pretty, like, it's covering some fence. It's working pretty well. And there's another one that's scrambling along the ground, and I'm just letting it because it's covering weeds. I've noticed that where the zinnias are planted, there are no weeds because the zinnia plant is so large that it just sort of shades anything underneath it out. So I think it was a really smart idea to plant the border of the garden with marigolds and then behind that have zinnias, because zinnias get so heavy that they lean forward and the branches can break right off because they're very brittle. But by having the marigold hedge right in front of them, when they start to lean forward, the marigold hedge holds it up, which wasn't really a plan, but worked out very well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, Alex, totally. It says your thing is hidden because it's held for review. Because you might be I'm a bot or a troll or something. What else has happened? Oh, I started drawing out my seed packets. Do you want to see a couple of my seed packets? Just so that I started collecting seeds, like my seeds for this year, because if I miss one day of picking my calendula, I pick every single flower that is blooming and open for my calendula every single day. Every day I pick, oh God, that is heavy. Every day I pick every calendula flower. Sorry, Thunder, I need people to see all the squash we grew. Yeah, that's true. We should give that boy a wrench. How do I do that? I don't like this mouse, by the way, Alex.
I know.
Because I can't.
I know, we don't have another one yet.
Editing is not easy with this.
I'm sorry, we got nothing else.
I don't know if I can handle the ban hammer. Add moderator. Alex Clue is now a moderator for your channel. Thanks. You don't have to use the hammer. It just makes you feel powerful. There we go. Now we're back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you miss one day of collecting your calendula, like if you don't pick it the day that it blooms, the following day it's a seed. It turns into seeds. So I started collecting my calendula seeds, and then as a result I started collecting a bunch of my seeds because it started getting really fun. So I haven't colored them all in yet, but I've got my Cosmos Bright Lights. I've got my Dwarf Nasturtium mix. I've got my... Oh, I collected cow peas because I think they're lovely. Cow peas. And then my carrots. Basically, I'm just going to make my own seed packets because that will make me happy. My favorite zinnia from this year. This weird purple poppy that we grow. It's an annual, but it, for some reason, it's just naturalized here. It's growing really well. And then green beans and little tiny zinnias. Basically, I've just been having fun drawing them out, and I'm going to continue doing that through the winter. I also have forget-me-nots. I'm going to do that through the winter as my entertainment. I'm going to draw out my seed packets because I think that in the winter I'm going to be sad that there's no garden. So I think that will be a good way to have the garden still get to be around me because I need the garden around me. Also, I make mayonnaise now. All the time. Well, not all the time. Like, every week I make mayonnaise because I am a mayonnaise queen now. Because I figured out how to do it, and now I know how to do it. And now I can make mayonnaise. Which is a great feeling. Not gonna lie. Feel good about that. Okay, let me tell you about the wedding dress now, because I've been working on it for quite some time. I'm also generally a silent lurker. Hello, fellow person. Hey there, B. Okay, I have the wedding dress top. Let me have a minute where I go grab that. I'm not going to show you the skirt right now because it's like over there and it's heavy. But the top is easy for me to move. Oops, don't break. Oh, there's a pin in there still. There we go. Mabel and I are not exactly the same size either. Okay. Drawing seed packets is the most lovely idea. It definitely feels lovely, Jillian. Evie, sorry. Reading your name versus remembering who you are. You know how it is. Let me just zip up this zipper first. I've also been considering replacing the zipper with a corset because why not? I have 2 weeks left to get this stuff done, so let's, make it as difficult as possible. Okay, so this top part of the dress is the original dress. It's the original zipper.
What's up?
Dude, that's a squash. It's not an animal. Are you looking at this thing? Who is that? Here you go. Here. Look, it's just a squash. I know, it looks kind of like a duck. I promise it's not. Yeah, you can sniff it. It's just a squash. See? See? There's no, it's not alive. I promise. You want to smell a different one? There you go. Yeah. He was growling at it. I know it was because it looks like it has a face. Anyway, the bodice of the original dress, I bought a dress for $10 at the thrift store. It looked handmade. I don't think it was. I think it was just a wedding dress, so they had handmade portions of it, but I don't think it was like made by the bride. Peekaboo meowing at the squash. Right? Probably. Pika. Anyway, so the lining is from the original dress and the outer fabric is from the original dress. But what I did was I added little fabric panels to the sides so that from where the princess seam in the dress was, I pinned on this floral fabric and then I had it go to the princess seam at the back. So that's been that panel. I've pinned an additional piece of fabric. Bye, Rue. So then after that fabric was pinned on, I pinned on the lace that is what the skirt is made of, which I purchased. And that's what these floral decor things are. And then the original lace bits from the original dress, I started pinning them all on the bodice. So you can see there's like this piece is from the original dress, as opposed to this is what the skirt is going to be made of. Original dress, original dress, like that. And then these sleeves are actually technically off the shoulder, like almost at like a rage-inducing location, but it's actually comfortable to wear. It sits like that. Like, so that when you look at it, you're like, are you sure? Or are you sure? Just pick a lane, girl. But it sits comfortably at the very tippy edge of my shoulder. And I also made it so that it can be adjusted. So the sleeves are actually, not the sleeves, the, whatever this is, the arm. These things, I can tie them if my arms got suddenly much larger or suddenly much smaller, I can adjust. So that will be good. And this piece is, I would say this piece is about 75% done. I know it doesn't look done, but it will. And then this is going to be like that. And then the skirt obviously attaches to this. I will say by embroidering on or sewing on these appliques, it's made the bodice a little bit tighter, which is okay. But it is a little snug, so I'm trying to figure out a way to have a little bit more give in case I want to eat or if I get bloated or something at the wedding. Not that this will matter if I'm bloated. It cuts off before the fattest part of me. Like, it cuts off right at my thinnest point, which is above where my, like, it's right here. Whereas when I get bloated, it's down here. So it should be okay. Like, I should be able to eat even with, like, bad posture. Which is important to me because our food was so expensive. But yes, it's okay. If I can make it a little bit, if I can give it a little bit more give, I will change it to a corset backing. Exactly, Mary Grace. So I've been looking online. I did find a corset back replacement. So it's like basically you take the zipper out and you put in. There's a thing you can sew in that has grommets already and a lace already. You just have to sew in the piece. The problem I'm having with that is this right now fits me perfectly. If I add a whole inch, it'll be too big. And I'm concerned that if I add those grommets on, it sews the grommets to the original. So the grommets actually will be located like 1 full centimeter over from the dress seam. It won't be along the seam. So the way that I would be able to correct it is by putting in actual grommets, which I don't want to do, or somehow modding that grommet design. But if I put the grommets, the sew-in grommets in, like the ones that are attached to an actual corset back, then I will add a whole inch because I'll add a centimeter on each side, and that's too much space. I need to add like 4 millimeters. So I haven't figured out yet how I'm going to make it work. But, oh my gosh, when I try this on to show you guys sometime eventually, you'll see. It's like, it's very much this, it's the size of my body. It is the size of only my body and nothing more. There shall be no storage in the cleavage. Also, no necessity for a bra, which I appreciate. So there's the top. The bottom is about 80% done. I just have to hem the bottom and attach the bottom pieces together and then attach the bottom to the top. So the jobs that are left on the dress are add appliques to the bodice, like finish adding appliques, figure out closure method, and then the bottom is hem the bottom, attach the bottom skirts to each other, attach the bottom skirts to the top bodice, and then just finish seams. And then we're done. Or you can do hand-stitched eyelets. Same problem, right? So, well, not same problem. If I was going to do hand-stitched eyelets, I'd probably just insert my own grommets. But this is pretty, it's delicate fabric, so the eyelets is probably a better idea, but it's the amount of time I'm willing to spend on it. Because right now, there's quite a few jobs left. So I was thinking the sew-in corset was going to just be one line of straight stitches on both sides in order to insert it. Obviously, I would make it more dramatic than that for my own purposes because I'm a dramatic sewer, but you know what I mean? It was going to just be really easy. Hand sewn eyelets is like, I have to measure things and put dots in places. It's just more work. I can do it. I just thought the adding in the corset closure was going to be easier for me. Hand eyelets use an awl to open between fibers versus cutting the dress. I think this is like a synthetic. I don't think that, yes, I don't have an awl. Also, I don't think I'm going to sew hand sewn eyelets, I'm going to be honest. Like the floral stuff. What's that? It's LML vibes, you think so? Good, I'm glad. I hope so. I think so too. That's the hope. My goal is to basically just be a woodland fairy on my wedding day. Please and thank you. You'd probably want to reinforce the inside edge and put grommets in by hand in the dress itself. Well, trying to think about how strong the dress actually feels. The lining's pretty tough. You can buy a grommet set from Michael's. I know, I just don't want to do a new learning. I don't want to learn a new thing, Candace. I just kind of want it to be done, especially because that's not something that I'm an expert in already. Like, I feel pretty comfortable putting on my appliques and doing any embroidery things. I've sewn on a whole lot of pearls. I've spent like hours just sewing individual pearls onto my dress. And it is looking really good. I really hope it looks good with Alex's suit. Alex's suit is like a linen suit, like a beige or sand colored linen. It's very pretty. So hopefully it looks good with that. Oh gosh. So dress is on the go. We are on the move. Garden is looking amazing. I am nervous that in 3 weeks when the wedding... Are you sure it's 3 weeks? It feels like it's 2 weeks away. My sisters were saying it's 3 weeks.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Let me check. I haven't checked calendar yet.
I mean,
it's in my garage.
What's the number today? The 2nd?
2nd. The 21st?
19 days.
19 days.
19 days. Like Thumbelina and her prince. Oh, that's
Third
what
week.
I want.
Yeah, 3rd week.
3 weeks? It's the 3rd week. Okay, so we got but 19 days to me sounds close to 14 days, which is 2 weeks. You know what I mean? No? Anyway, it's soon, and there's still a lot to do. Well, not really. We have to do our vows. We have to put up our tent and figure out where things are going. I need to finish my dress and make Alex's bow tie and make the chickens some outfits. If you would like to send outfits to the chickens, there is a pattern for chicken outfits in the Discord, and the address to where you can send things is also in the Discord. It's also in the description of this video. If you know how to make a chicken apron / a chicken dress / chicken tuxedo, anything that a chicken can wear, if you send it to the address in the description below before my wedding, my chicken will wear it on my wedding. And you will see a photo, because we're going to tell our photographer that the chickens need to be part of the photos. Is being easily irritated a sign of old age? I see most YouTubers overreact and block or mute people. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you say. I feel like it's not necessarily a sign of old age, but being easily irritated, like, I don't know. Like, this is, like, my channel. I don't have to say that. This is my channel. So when I come here and, like, hang out, if somebody says something that's, like, offensive or annoying or whatever, we can block them, because this is just for, like, hanging out and chill vibes. It's not really for debating. I mean, sometimes we talk to each other in a little bit more of a debatey style, but I don't know. I would say, Univ, that people don't want to have their feelings hurt when they're on their own channel. So if you hurt people's feelings, they block you. Or they mute you. Which I get. Been there. You know? I was gonna make a chicken apron, but life got crazy, and then there was no way it would get there in time. Totally, Sid. Same. A lot of other streamers get tons of trolls, so they can get trigger happy sometimes too. Well, yeah, sure, of course. And we've done that before to people who are part of the chat by accident. They've said something that was unclear, and a new mod blocks them. And then we go, oh no, that person's okay. Some of the things people say are not really annoying. Like, I wanted to ask if the chicken will also be marrying. we'll also be marrying what? Each other? Or me? I won't be getting married to any chickens, and I don't plan on marrying any of my chickens because we have a rooster and like a whole bunch of hens. No, the marriage is not about the chickens. They are just going to be there because they are our pets. Our wedding is in the backyard, and they live in the backyard, so they will just be there. You'll both look stunning. I hope so. V, hey there, V. Love your, hold on. Tropical morning glory? Is that right? Is it a morning glory? I like how the plant looks. It looks like cowpeas. The way it grows is like feathery and twisty. Kind of reminds me of cowpeas. It's not. Yours is like a morning glory. It's a red flower. But I really like how the plant grows. It's very whimsical looking. The chickens are the flower girls. Indeed. Plus, they will look very cute. Yes, B. Exactly. They will look very cute. Anyway, if you are somewhere that can get mail here in the next 19 days and you want to make a chicken outfit, by all means, please send a chicken outfit my way and I will put it on my chicken at the wedding. If you don't feel that way, then don't, and I don't have any offense. Yes. Also, V, are your dwarf nasturtium Alaskan spreading a lot? Because when I was reading the seed packet, it said it only spreads like 8 or 10 or 12 or 18 inches. Like it didn't make it seem like it was going to spread very much, like it would be a good container garden. Or for a good 4 container gardens. And this plant, my Alaskan dwarf mixed nasturtiums have gone 8 feet away from themselves. Like they're leaving. They're all trying to get away. They're all moving around, making lots of flowers. You're right, Laura. Thank you. I love hearing that. Especially from Alex. Right? He didn't hear.
I did.
Oh. You're supposed to say, you're right, Laura.
You're right.
It's a joke. Oh my god. It's a joke.
Oh my gosh.
Mine aren't spreading as much as I have some of them in pots that I was expecting them to. I don't have any of them in pots. Well, the one that I have in a pot is like, it's all would fit in my hand. The only one that I have in a pot didn't expand, but the ones in the ground went crazy. Yeah, I was like, international, got to give it at least 1.5 months. Maybe it's fast to Canada, but we've had things take that long to Germany. Yeah, no, Canada's post is not ideal. It's not, it's pandemic failures. Our post right now is pandemically embarrassing. You making sure that those zucchini ain't gonna hurt us? Yeah, you're such a good boy. Hi. Hi. So, I think I'm done for today. I still do want to talk to you guys, I do, but I feel like exhausted and my anxiety has now taken my energy away. At the beginning, I was like anxious but excited, whereas now I feel like a little brain foggy and tired. So I think I'm going to write myself a list and do a little bit of outside gardening time, but I'm going to be back on Wednesday. Whatever. What is that about?
They're outside, I think.
Oh, will you take him out then? He's crying. That's so sad. Anyway, friends, I am going to see you on Wednesday. I'm back now. If things come up and anything happens, I'll let you know. Obviously, as you know by me not telling you very much about what's been going on, it's private stuff, so I can't really explain the reasons we've been gone, but we're back. So you haven't streamed in a while, and it's a lot. It is. It is.
Come on, Thunder.
It's more than it should be. Out, Thunder. Out.
Out.
I think that he wants to have the meal that he likes.
He already has it.
Does he?
Yeah, he's not eating it.
What a jerk. Yeah, he doesn't like his new food. Okay, anyways, guys, I love you. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a nice time with me. I had a nice time with you. I missed you guys. I really did. And thank you to all of my patrons. I will update for the next stream all of the new patrons for August. I really do appreciate you guys. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourselves. And I will see you on Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, join Patreon. $2 a month. You can join the Discord and you get all the bullet journal spreads. And then we can chat outside of the stream and chat with all of the folks in the stream. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate your patience with me. I know I didn't give a lot of information, but I appreciate that you're still here. So love you guys. Don't forget to like the video. Have a good day. Check the links in my description.